Michelle.
Des can't see.
Where are
anybody.
you? Okay,
So she's
thank you.
SOS. Hey everyone. Welcome to Tribal. It's a much different view. You can't see anything this time.
Is Hannah here?
Hannah?
SOS? SOS?
Oh, no, hi.
I'm actually live this time.
Oh, you weren't before?
No.
Incredible.
Alright, we are looking around for some friends. Wanted to give a quick start on Tribal to make sure you can all get in, because this is torches this time around. It was very fun. If you can hear me, shout out in the comments. That way I know we're good to go, locked and loaded, and ready to go for Tribal. I was told the contestants were coming in any second, so that's why I started the yeah, you can see the whole area is lit up with a bunch of torches. It's a vibe. It's going to be really spooky. If whoever goes home with this Tribal, this is the Tribal to go home at. I'm going to be honest. Like, it's pretty fun. And you don't have to spend the last night out here, honestly. So this is the one. This is the Tribal that I went home at personally, and I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed sleeping in Ponderosa compared to outside. Debbie, I can always count on you to let me know if my audio quality is up. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, when the drum starts, it'll be complete silence.
Angel, our audience wrangler, if you will. Legend extraordinaire. We love her. Yeah, I wish you guys could see more, but you can't. Sorry. I'm gonna get up here though, maybe a little bit closer. I do think once the players get in here, it'll get a little bit better in terms of being able to see them, but there's literally nothing I can do to make it brighter out here, so sorry.
Don't forget the jury.
I can't see them. It's going to be hard.
I think we'll be able to see the players pretty well.
I'm going to cough really loudly.
I'll let him know.
Okay.
Oh, uh-oh.
Are we good out there? I can't
Guys,
see anybody.
black dog that you cannot see.
Start it up, Bryce.
Just walked into Tribal.
Just go ahead and start it up.
Bryce is getting on the drums, and we're gonna get some players in here. I really hope you guys can see them. I don't know how else it's gonna go. I might move up a little bit. We don't have an angle right here anymore. There's a really good chance I'm gonna fall, so if that happens, I'm sorry. What? No. Okay. Oh. Isn't this so spooky? I love it. There goes Ryan. Again, if you hear the song of bees, it is a drone. Here's our camera crew, Eric. Even though every time you see Eric, he has a very straight face and he's very serious, he's having a good time. He assured me of that yesterday. Because I asked, alright, not a player. Still not a player, it's more camera people. A lot of people would make this a big run, but we're getting a good view of the lighting. It's not horrible. Alright, I'm definitely a camera person's way now, so I am gonna just so you can see him for at least a second, then I'll scoot back. Still no players, still volunteers. If you don't recognize me, like, that's not my loved one. Once I get a really good shot, I'm going to get out of the way of the audience and move back a bit, but I want you guys to see them walking through this ambiance because it is so cool. Still volunteers. I can see our players coming in with their torches in the background though, so it's only a matter of time.
Eric.
Here they come. Spooky spicy is right, Allison.
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna put the jury, even though I can't see them. Let's bring in the jury, please.
Alrighty, watch our jury come in here. All of them got some new clothes on. Good for them. Probably showered.
So, cool atmosphere. Unfortunately, the usual unpleasantries of tribal council have to get to those. Nice win, Declan. Congratulations. I'm sure that feels pretty good when your numbers are dwindling at this point.
Yeah, and just the relief of knowing I would wake up on the last day, it was
Declan won the challenge.
really stellar. It was really wonderful. Yeah.
Nicole, there was some comments earlier that we have the short periods between tribals that nobody liked, and then we had the long ones. So this was a medium one this afternoon. What was that like?
Actually, it was quite delightful. We had such a fun time with each other. It was like at least an hour and a half of just like cracking jokes. We did a little improv with each other. It was just kind of like, let's just take a break and enjoy each other's company. And then it was like, all right, let's hit the ground running and start strategizing with each other.
Yeah, Paul, pick it up from there. Like, how much time did it take before you got to the, let's start figuring out where the next vote's gonna be?
That didn't really start happening until after the immunity challenge. We really, and it's a testament to this group of people. We really said, let's have some fun, let's have some laughs, let's just that collective exhale as a group. And it was so special. Like, when in your life do you get to do that where somebody's not checking their phone or somebody doesn't have to make a run or there's not a screen on at all? You can just laugh until you're crying at like dumb jokes and improv and inside jokes.
That sounds wonderful. I'm glad you got to experience that. So KP, where does the group go then? Is there a direction that seems to be where the collective is headed next, or are we still in that scramble mode?
There's a direction. Yeah, we're trying to find points where we can make this home stretch stick for us. And so sometimes that is a lot of different plans, and sometimes that's a plan that emerges and everyone can agree. This one felt a little more towards agreeable.
You feel the same, Ned? Did it feel like there was a gelling of ideas more so than it has been earlier?
I'd actually agree. I feel like every other vote today, we're out of the scramble area, it's happening all over. And then this one, it feels like we're kind of at peace. It's kind of fitting with the night travel. We'll have some a little more calm.
So Griffin, is there somebody here that knows it's them right now?
I think that there's two people here who are legitimately concerned. I'm one of them. That's really all I can say.
Leah, does that sound right? The vote's narrowed down to 2?
I do feel like there's been like a lot of plans going around, but I feel like this one was definitely a consensus.
All right, as much as I'd like to stay and enjoy the environment, anything else we need to talk about before we get to the vote? All right, let's get to it.
I'm gonna head back here. I will say I'm gonna keep the camera facing forward because you can't see anything back here, so there's really no point. I'm gonna hear like, there's Taylor, there's Isaiah, there they are. You can see their little silhouettes. That's about it. Yeah, so we'll keep it on. We'll keep it on the general direction of tribal, but actually no, because I get that we're gonna pick up anything. So I'll put up one of those graphics. Let's get one of those guys in here. See if Will added anything new since last time I looked.
No.
He hasn't. That's okay. Let's look at our cast. Here they are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. So I was really, really interested with something that Paul said, this tribal council. And the thing that Paul said was, isn't it just so nice that we can stop and take a break and relax and enjoy each other's company? And I think it was Anthony in the comments that said, you know who feels comfortable taking a strategic break? The comfortable majority. And I think that is so true, especially considering that they said, yeah, we have a pretty unanimous vote this tribal. So somebody who agreed to that strategic break is really about to regret it.
And it seems like Griffin felt like they are one of the names that are up in the air right now. But it's very interesting to see these dynamics break down this late in the game.
Especially considering we didn't hear a second name. Griffin didn't say who the other person who is not comfortable is. And I don't know, the way Griffin kind of even comfortably brought it up makes me wonder, is Griffin the name that isn't going home? I don't know. But maybe them bringing it up is like
it seemed, I want to say it seemed too easy, but it seemed too easy, I guess. Like listen, like we've seen that clearly there's this majority 6 that seems to be pretty tight, but is this the moment where that 6 breaks up?
And no one seemed too nervous, so you know what's great when something seems too easy? It's too easy.
Yeah, and this is a number. 8 is a number where we see people make big moves.
So if someone makes people believe it's too easy, it could be because they might have something up their sleeve. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, KP seemed very straightforward off of their answer of there's a line, there's a path, we were headed. Like KP has a very, very good like grasp on this game.
Yeah, and I think she's really direct too. She's very direct.
She kind of gets, whenever she's answering a question, she's very much like down to business. She doesn't try to fluff it. She doesn't try to, make some kind of metaphor. She's like, nope, this is how I feel. This is what I want to say. Yeah, and I don't know. It's something in my mind is telling me that this is too easy. Something's but something's afoot.
I think there could be a consensus. I just don't think it's against the person that maybe some people think it is.
Right. I will say I will be welcoming my fellow 8th place voter outer with open arms since I was also voted out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just got Val added to the 9th place club with me. So the audio keeps cutting out. It's probably because it's just drumming.
Also,
yeah.
There's a lot more animal noises at night.
It's so buggy out here. It's a little muggy too, honestly. But yeah, I'll try and keep the camera a little bit closer to our faces since we aren't, obviously you can't see us anyways. It's too dark. But yeah.
Shout out to Declan for winning individual immunity though. Declan winning is huge because I do feel like Declan has been someone kind of teetering that bottom in this group majority.
Yeah, I think that they definitely could have found themselves on the chopping block at this tribal. And I keep coming back to, isn't it nice to take a little break? And it's kind of pissing me off a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why are you taking, I'm glad you had a nice time together, but you can have a nice time together on Sunday at the wrap party. Like, why are you taking your prime strategy time, one of the few more than 15-minute breaks you get to decide who you're gonna vote out, to do improv? Go join an improv club together after.
Sam wants spice.
I just think, like, I don't want spice. I want you to not regret the last 2 hours of your game that you played, and you're gonna regret it. Like,
Because they have that person that was like, oh yeah, it's so much fun in games, but now you're going home when you could have had the chance to do something about that.
someone is always on the bottom, and if you don't know who's on the bottom, it's you.
Also, if you're sitting comfy or you think you're sitting comfy, you might be the one on the bottom. I think that's the other thing. If you think it's not stressful, you're doing it wrong.
You can't be, man, you always say it, you cannot be comfortable in these games. It is literally like one of the top rules is to never be comfortable. So the fact that people are, again, I think something is going on that some people are not aware about.
Thanks, God.
And you know what? Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I will.
She's
I wonder
got
if
that.
they're trying to prevent there being
Time to coordinate a blindside.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, maybe the majority was like, hey, let's just get everyone to not strategize that. And the minority fell for it, so good for them, I guess. Whoops. Yeah, Andy, that's a great comment. I don't think it's going to pin the whole thing since it's a little long, but no, I definitely think you're not gonna be making jury votes. This is something where this is an opportunity for someone like Leah, who we saw, maybe being considered a player that isn't being taken as seriously. This is an opportunity to be taken seriously as a player. This was an opportunity for her to really step up potentially and maybe make a big move at a tribal. But Also, you know, when they got this tree mail, they didn't know they were coming back for this night tribal until maybe, I don't know, an hour before the night tribal started. So they definitely, well, they didn't know they'd be voted. They did actually know. Isaiah told us, yeah, that their tree mail said that someone wouldn't be returning, so they knew they would be voted out tonight. Yeah, I mean, nobody thinks you're in the bottom. That means that the players at the top are playing you like a fiddle. So.
And what's crazy is I think there's a lot more duos here than there would be larger groups, and those duos are making a larger group. So it's going to be interesting to see which duos decide to team up, because again, there can only be 2 people at the end.
This is honestly the opportune time for maybe the 3 Reds and Leah to do something about one of the 2 duos.
Yeah, definitely. I think depending on who gets voted out here, I mean, 8 is such a hard number, right? 8 is, yes, I feel like a 4-4 split at 8 is very common, where there are 2 alliances that are lined up, you know, competing against each other. I think it's almost hard to make a move at 8, unless you can get a complete consensus. So maybe that's what they're all doing, is like, hey, we're all going to make this big move, because if everybody makes the big move, nobody can claim it.
Because not saying that, you know, the two pairs are going to stick together the entire time, but after this, that 7, that 4 is a majority. So those 2 duos will have majority after this vote.
Well, there's 6 though.
What I'm saying, if the 6 break away from being a 6, and you know whoever is not a duo that is part of that 6 jumps, if they think, you know, there's a lot of things that could happen here.
But I'm thinking, you know, if you're one of the original, what is it, Wapoon still has 3? Yeah, if you're one of the original Wapoon, you only need to snag one other person. Yeah, pick up Leah. See if you can make a 4 out of that. Pick up one of the duos. That's 5 you. Run it to 5. There are a lot of options for teaming up here, but I also don't know. They've said it, and I kind of agree with them. I don't know how much they're sticking to those original tribe lines. Something we talked a lot about on the live show is that they've been divided up in so many different ways over the course of this game. They've constantly been spread out with a bunch of people. They all have connections to each other in one way or another at this point in the game. And I mean, hell, they've had connections over the merge.
So it's, what is the best connection that will get you to the end?
Yeah. I think this is a good comment too, Anthony. Like, we were talking about this a lot. I'm curious to know what you guys think, what you would do if you were in the game. You know, do you take your ride or die to the end, follow your way down the path with your alliance, or do you pad your resume? Do you go on your own with the higher risk of potentially being taken out? Which one do you do if you are in the case of our duos? Alrighty, I think it looks like we're down to our last person.
Yeah.
Yep, we're down to our last person. So I'm gonna head back to tribal. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little overlay off. All right, and head back, and I'm gonna walk really slowly so I do not fall on the ground because it is very dark. So sorry if the camera angle sucks. Okay, we're back.
Tally the votes.
Faces as well. But Griffin is the only one who's legitimately scared. Yeah, I don't know.
anyone has an advantage or a muni item, you want to play it, now's the time. I'll read the votes. Griffin. Paul. Griffin. Griffin. Griffin, that's 5, that's enough. Need to bring me your torch. Griffin, job is spoken. Congratulations on making it to the last day.
Ooh, big group hug.
The last day.
Dumbest hug ever.
Worst hug ever. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
It's all happening all over.
Not even it.
That's not even it. All I do is stand on a mark and hit my lines. I can't even do that tonight. Lord.
It's really cute to see how much the cast is
I'm sorry. So all the casting directors
Good for them. We're gonna get these guys out of here. I think they're getting delirious. It's been a long 4 days. Congrats to our final 7 for making it the very last day of the game when the really big strategy ramps up, the really big challenge. This is the hardest part. This is the end game to make it to the very last day. These guys have been playing really, really hard. So congrats to everybody. They're slowly but surely making their way out of here. Hopefully they sleep well tonight, being proud of themselves for making it this far. We will see you guys bright and early tomorrow, probably around 8 or 8:30 again. We'll start up the streams. Honestly, can't tell you for sure because half the time we start late anyways because things always seem to go awry in the mornings at Survival Challenge. So we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. And good game to Griffin.